YouTube, what's happening? We back again for another ride. It's your guy CJ, riding on my girl SlowMoney. I think today we're gonna take it down to, we're gonna go down to War in the Pacific Park. I got my camera with me today, my Nikon, so I think I'm gonna actually take a couple photos. I haven't had the bike out to take photos since I put my new fender and my new bags on it. So we're gonna kill two birds with one stone, and that is we'll make a ride video for you guys, and yeah, I'll pull off and get some photos done and let you experience some of this gorgeous weather and gorgeous scenery here in Guam that I am fortunate enough to get to experience while I'm stationed here. And if you got a moment, like I said, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help me grow the channel. Once we get to 100 subscribers, I'll be giving away some merch from Guam of Harley Davidson, like I said in my last video. We got a t-shirt and a Harley Davidson poker chip going to first place, and then second and third places will both be getting Harley Davidson poker chips from Harley Davidson of Guam. You know, just a little swag, some unique stuff that most people won't get to get, most people will never get to see, unless you find yourself out here in the gorgeous Marianas Islands. So yeah, we're gonna get through this traffic a little bit, and I will turn the camera back on in a moment, but stick around. So if you're not sure where Guam is, what I would do is tell you, grab a map, look for Hawaii, then keep on looking. Guam is about an 8-hour flight away from Hawaii, 4 hours away from Korea, about a 5-hour flight away from Tokyo, very close to the Philippines. I think the Philippines is like 3 hours maybe, I believe. I'm not sure. I need to make my way over to the Philippines before I leave here, just because it's so close. But yeah, we're out there. We are definitely out there in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the ocean. Guam is a U.S. territory, and then, like I said, we're in the Marianas Island chain. So Guam is an actual U.S. territory, but the other places nearby, like Tinian, Saipan, Rota, they have what they call a free compact of association or something. So they're protectorates. The citizens are U.S. nationals, but they're not actual U.S. territory. So yeah, that's where we are. That's where I'm at in the world right now, and I'm crossing my fingers hoping it don't start raining on us, but I don't know if you guys can tell. Looking a little dark down there, but yeah, be right back. Like I said, just wanted to let you know about where I'm at. So one thing I'm going to try to make a habit of doing while I'm making these ride videos to show you all, if you look down, you can actually see I've got my on my infotainment, I've got Apple Maps up right now. So what I'll do is, as I'm describing to you where I'm going to ride for the day, where our video is going to, I'll actually just leave my map up. And then that way, if you ever get curious, or like I said, if you just happen to want to scroll Google Maps or Apple Maps one day and zoom in on some of the names of the villages that you see as I'm driving by, you know, might be a little cool thing you can do, something different, something unique, because again, I recognize that not a lot of people are going to have the opportunity to come out to Guam first, and then on top of that, come out and ride in Guam. However, if you do make it to Guam, Guam Harley Davidson does have motorcycles for rent. This is not an ad for them. I'm not trying to give them any free publicity, but I'm just saying, you know, if you make it to Guam and you wanna rent a bike and ride around the island, it's definitely possible. They got a handful of bikes, so Yep, I encourage it. But man, I don't know what's going on. It's not normally this crowded on a Sunday. Unless maybe I'm tripping because maybe people are, I'm not sure how it works. Maybe they're getting out of Mass or they're going to Mass. I don't know. I know there's a very big Catholic population here, so I don't know, that could be the case. But yep, we're gonna keep on getting through this traffic. I think it's not going to rain on me, knock on wood. It looks like the rain clouds are moving and I'm going to pass through them, and it'll be nice and sunny where I'm planning to go. So yep. Okay, looks like we finally got through a lot of the traffic parts. It does tend to get very crowded in the Tumon area. That's where, well, Tumon area is, you know, where all the tourism is and stuff like that. Tumon Beach, all that stuff down there. Tumon is, we got a Kmart. I think there's like one of 3 Kmarts left in the world, or one of 3 Kmarts left in the US. I'm not sure, but we still got a Kmart here. So that area always, it's got a heavy amount of traffic, especially like, you know, if you get caught up there during like the 5 p.m. rush hour. It's pretty bad, but we got past that. So we're on the a little bit further south down Marine Corps Drive. Not too far away from where we're going. But yeah, like I said, I'll try to say where I am and where I'm planning on going and leave my map open. And then if you want to follow along, you can do it at home. Here we are, Warren Pacific Memorial Park. So one of the things I thought I could do real quick is give you a brief walk around. Let you see the big baby. See what she's looking like. See what I've done to her. Explain some of the mods. Like I said, heavy breather extreme intake. IMZZ Elite front and rear crash bars, cross thread cycles floorboards, and passenger footrest. Nasty Hogs chopped rear fender kit with the Rebel saddlebags. Drag specialty seats that I'm going to be swapping out for a SDC here soon. LP6 headlight with the Cali Rays Moto lighting kit, and then we got the Zero TAC 10 LEDs with the I got the yellow covers on it just because I like the look of the yellow, honestly. SP Concepts 2-in-1 full length exhaust for the touring bikes. We got a tuner. Just last week or about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago. We got the Geezer Engineering remote reservoir shocks, and oh my god, like I said in the last video, one of the first things I recommend anybody do besides exhaust is put some shocks on your back, especially if you've got a touring model. It's night and day. It's not even the same. It doesn't even ride like the same bike anymore. And then, like I said, you know, if I want a plush ride, I can soften the dampening up and she rides like I'm sitting on the big recliner. And then when I want to get wicked and start testing out some of this lean angle, I can stiffen it up a little bit when I decide I want to go to the valleys. But yeah, 14-inch FXR Division T-bar style handlebars. Again, once I do the Geezer Engineering triple tree conversion, I am also going to swap out and have the Kraus real T-bars. I should have just done the T-bars from the jump, but I didn't. Not to say anything bad about these handlebars, because I really like them. They're very comfortable. I like the height. But I just, you know, if I'm for aesthetic reasons and I'm thinking it's going to ride a little bit different, I just want T-bars. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm buy what I want. But yeah, brief little walk around SlowMoney. We're going to take a couple pictures while I'm here with my Nikon, and then we'll get back on the road. Alright, well, we got a couple photos done, but I had to leave. I thought I beat the rain, but apparently I caught the tail end of something, so it started sprinkling down here. So we're gonna come out and we're gonna hang a right and go to the south end of the island. Maybe catch Cross Island Road. I'm not sure. Not sure for where we're gonna go next, but we'll figure it out. Said, show you some of this gorgeous island that I get to live on. Family, we back. We had to take a little bit of a rain delay. I thought I was going to escape the rain, and then it started coming down pretty hard, so we pulled over. Didn't feel like getting soaked today. But yeah, I think since we're down here, we might try to hit Cross Island Road, which is one of my favorites, or we might just go to the marina. We'll figure it out. Plenty of places to go, but no place to be, and no time to get there. So yeah. Petey, this area, especially down here by the port, off to my right, we'll take you guys down there one day. That's one of my favorite places to go and park the bike up and take pictures. Like I said, we'll get down there one day. I just won't be today. So maybe that's some motivation for you to actually subscribe and, you know, follow my videos. Hang out with your boy. Oh no, we were gonna go down south, but I see that rain cloud. I'm good on that, big boss. I'll see you guys after I turn around. So normally I wouldn't care about the rain. I might just keep trucking through it, because it's kind of like I said in the last video, where it's like Florida here, where it'll rain for 5-10 minutes and then you're out of it, or, you know, it passes over if you stop. But today I just really don't feel like getting wet. So I guess for your video, what you guys got was Marine Corps Drive. So we're still on Marine Corps Drive. Ooh. I hope that don't mean somebody's lost. But yeah, we're still on Marine Corps Drive. Marine Corps Drive really runs down the entire length of the island. It's like one of the main arteries, I guess you could say. We turned around just shy of it getting to Naval Base Guam. So your ride of today will consist of going down Marine Corps Drive to Warren Pacific Park, and then going back up Marine Corps Drive back to Anderson Air Force Base, because it's going to rain a bunch today, and like I said, I just don't feel like getting soaked. But I wanted to make a video anyway. So yeah, there we go. I know earlier I told you guys about the Kmart, and like I said, I think it's like one of three left in the US or something like that, or I believe it's like the most profitable one, but I'm not sure. But up here on my right hand side, I'll turn my head to it once we get to it, unless you can kind of see through the trees. It's Kmart. I am gonna make a detour because I'm hungry, so we're gonna go to Savage Sandwiches and get us a nice sandwich. Like I said, quick detour. I'm not gonna show too much down here because I do plan on making another ride video, just riding through Tumon. But yeah, this is Tumon. So if you do have the opportunity to visit Guam, this is most likely where you will stay, unless of course you're Uncle Sam affiliated. But even then, a lot of folks stay downtown. So yeah, there you go, Tumon. Alright, so we're back from our sandwich break. But the bad news is that my GoPro is about to die. So, with that being said, we're going to wrap up today's ride here. Like I said, coming out of Tumon, back to Marine Corps Drive. I promise you I'm going to post more. And next week, we're going to do another ride video. But, like I said, please like, subscribe. Watch out for my shorts because I post a lot of shorts. I post more shorts than I do long form videos. But yep, I'm CJ. This is SlowMoney, and we'll see you later.